Hey, what's up, y'all? Let's get into the Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 5, episode 1. Y'all, I'm late as heck on this, but we're gonna get down to it. So we start off with they got Heather doing the narration for the beginning of the season, and I'm like, okay, here we go, making her the center. Not really feeling it. But moving on, we start off with Lisa. Lisa throwing this some type of party. I forget what she called it. It was a Valentine's Day party before Valentine's happened. She threw inviting all her girlfriends to come, and even the ladies, the cast. And she was even gonna invite Whitney because she had a like prior before the party, they did a flashback of her having a sit down with Heather, Angie about Whitney, because Whitney did a podcast and talking about Lisa, telling how Lisa is. Lisa fake. She's a villain. She didn't lie. So she's all in her feelings. She said, "I'm gonna invite her anyway." And so as the party starts off, everybody's showing up. Then you see Mary show up with Angie. So apparently Angie and Meriden became boohoo good friends. All of a sudden, and they've been because Meriden invited her to Kathy Hilton's Christmas party with her, and they've been hanging out, becoming she didn't got to know Mary, and she really likes Mary. She said Mary's once you get past the hard exterior of Mary, she's really a soft, sweet person. So they became good friends. Everybody showing up. Heather name took some Ozempic. She on that Ozempic and she looks snatched like a snicker. But it just don't. It's like it's too fast. For me, it's like this is too fast and too quick. Cause like I miss the thick Heather. I wish it would came out slowly. Then it would have been good. But so as they partying, mingling, and everything, who show up? Meredith finally show up and stuff like that. Meredith show up, then Whitney show up. Whitney show up with a friend. I forget who the friend is. I said because her friend is a friend of the show. Is a friend of the show. And we got another friend of the show. Heather friend came with her named Brittany. So then we got Lisa's friend Broadwin. I hope I'm saying her name right. Broadwin. I think her name is Broadwin. She show up in this custom Valentine. It's a YSL type of Valentine design coat, fur coat. I said it wasn't all that. I said she paid 15K for that, and there's only three of them in the world. Somebody else, some other famous woman got. Oh yeah, Rihanna. I think it's Rihanna. Rihanna and somebody else got it. I said like, ugh, okay, whatever. So as the party going on, everybody mingling. Whitney then came through. Whitney with her friend. She had, Lisa got face all scrunched up because she was so shocked that Whitney even showed up. You thought Whitney wasn't coming to a party? One thing about Miss Whitney Rose always gonna show up to a party if she's invited. So she came with her friend. She said hi, and Lisa felt a certain way. Cause Lisa said, "Well, she didn't speak to me." I said, "But she said hi to everybody." She went hi everybody, and went to talk to other people and said, introduce her friend to her homegirl that she brought with her to other people. So as that's going on, also there was a little bit of something when Heather came in. My girl Mary went, "Is that Heather?" She went up there. Heather came with her friend. Girl, you thin, right? You is thin. She said, "Well, last time I was, names last year, but I take the compliment this year." I said, "Girl, you was a mess, Heather." So we moving on from there. Broad went and Mary sit down and do a little chit chat. And they start talking about fashion and stuff. And she went, "Oh girl, I like what you got on." Mary said, "Thank you, girl. I like what you got on too." So they start getting into the fashion and starting to get to know each other. Then here comes Brittany, Heather's friend. She came over to sit down in the middle. They all like, okay. She went, hey y'all. She called, they get into it. She went, she told Baldwin asked, no, Brittany asked Baldwin, is that a cost? I like the costume you got on. Bitch, costume, bitch. She said, I like the costume you got on. And her and Mary both like, what? Girl, that is not a costume. That is fashion. All over here is fashion, boo. So Brown said, no, this ain't a costume, this is fashion. They started, oh my bad. So they started chit chatting and whatever, and she started bringing up her past, and she's because Mary said, when I was growing up, we didn't have a lot. We didn't have a lot of coats. So she went, I have a whole room full of coats. She went, oh, she went, I used to be poor too. She went, I used to be poor. So you was poor. You sound like a hoarder. Mary was looking at her like, no, I never said I was poor or a hoarder. So she didn't got Mary is pissed now. So at this point, Mary said, well, Mary went, okay. Excuse me. She get up and walk away. And Brittany was like, I think I offended her. I said, you think? Because you just told her she was poor. Because Mary told us about that she didn't grow up with a lot. And UBC, I'm gonna get into a little something. So, because I watched other people reviews about it, and they gave their opinion about, because people talk about she was not poor, but she talked about her mom. And a lot of people think that, because her grandmother had money, does not mean the kids. She gave her kids any money. So Mary mom was a mother of 5. And that don't mean her mama gave them a dime of her money because she was rich. So, they had to struggle. They had a struggle, but they wasn't poor, but they had a struggle. So moving on from there, we move on to the party continuing. And we get Meredith. So Meredith walks over to Whitney and asks Whitney about the bath bombs because she has an issue with the bath bombs. And Whitney said, "What's the problem?" Whitney said, "What?" She went, "Yeah, so I think you copying me." Whitney said, "I ain't copying you, girl. I already had bath bombs. I already had it. She went, I already had them in stock. She went, if you would have, she went, you bought stuff from me for your store." She went, but I didn't see them. She went, I had them before that, baby. She went, they was already there. They was already on my line. That's what I started with. That was the first thing I started with when I started my business. Saying, well, you copying me. I came up with the idea at the reunion of, bear bonds and stuff like that. I was going to do that. So what? And her and Whitney over there going at it. Then we got Angie. Angie butted her ass all up into it, just scooted in and moved Whitney out the way and pulled out a scroll, y'all. She pulled out she said, well, I got a problem with you, Meredith. And Meredith said, what's the problem, girl? She was like, swoop. The long ass, she pulled out a scroll full of problems about last year at the reunion. I said, is you serious, Angie? And everybody said, Lisa, like, did Angie just pull out a scroll? Mary in the confession, Mary said, wait, well, Mary Wayne, she is a hard worker. So she going through the list of why her issues with Meredith was because about Meredith talking about her house and stuff like that. And Meredith said, girl, I ain't said nothing about you, girl, at all. Meredith said, I never said that. I never said that. Meredith said she didn't say nothing about Angie was talking about. That whole list. She did not. So at that point, Meredith walked off. So Lisa do a little speech telling everybody, hey everybody, thank y'all for coming. You my girlfriends and all. Y'all have been there for me. She also talked about her son. I said before I forget, she talked a little bit about her son, the oldest one. Him being on his mission. She said like he was over in Colombia, and he sees nice places and stuff like that. And we got her homegirl Broadway was like, hold up. She went, yeah. She went, I converted to Mormon. My parents had us convert to Mormon as we were, kids when we moved up here. She went, and my brother went on mission, and she went, ain't none of that went, and they didn't do none of that. So I don't know what she talking about. Her son going on trips, going to nice places, and coffee shops and this and that over here. She's like, I don't know what she talking about, because that ain't what you do on a mission. So that was one of the things. So we get back to Lisa. So Lisa do her little speech, thanking the ladies, and she brings up, yeah, I hate podcasts. I'm like, girl, I said I can't stand Lisa. I said I can't stand her. So she ain't, she looking at Whitney. Whitney looking at her like, okay. She said, but we'll get into that later. So let's go eat, y'all. So they go eat. And they sitting down to go eat. Mary got to sit next to Brittany, and she told Angie, switch it. Switch your name tag, girl. Switch your name. She said, girl, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Just sit there. She told her, yeah, just sit there, girl. She didn't want to sit next to that girl at all. So they sit down, they do it, chit chatting and whatever. You get to know a little bit more about Broadway. She actually married to an older gentleman and stuff, way older than her. But she looked like, I said, look, way older than her, but I said she closer to his age because she looked like she right up there. But moving on. We found out about that, and her and Whitney got a lot in common because Whitney married her man older too. But they look like they more in age. They like they close in age too. So it's like, yeah. So the ladies now sitting there. Whitney ended up asking, she went, so Lisa, so what was you talking about this podcast earlier? So what's the issue, girl? Saying, yeah, my issue is you did a podcast and you was talking about me. She said, what I was talking about you that made you so upset? Shane, you did a whole podcast that was all about me. All about me. Talking about me. I don't like to be lied about. She said what I said was, she went, that was over, she went, that one podcast wasn't about you. She went, I was on there for 2 hours. And I wasn't talking about you. She went, I told my experience being your friend and you are a villain, you are self-centered, and it's all about you. I don't like to be lied on. So they going back and forth, and Whitney was like, Whitney said, I ain't a liar. I ain't never lied. So this caused a big gang up with Meredith, Heather, because Heather started cracking up when she said she ain't a liar. So they start pointing out stuff and everything else, they start bringing up all of the past. And I'm like, y'all act like Whitney wasn't the only one that did stuff. Y'all all done did the same stuff Whitney done did. So Whitney attitude this season is totally different. And I'm like, okay, girl, you give me a little Monica tease. I said, you flipped on Monica. I said, when Monica didn't do anything to any of y'all hoes. I said, but y'all did what y'all did. Y'all trying to perform. And I said, it's really not working for me. I said, I need Monica back, and I need my girl Jen to hurry up and finish her time in jail and get back on the show so she can pay back that money she gotta pay. She'll pay it back when she get back on the show, so she can get these hoes in order. Cause, baby, I'm waiting. So, back on topic. So, they telling her about herself and everything else and all the lies she done told. And then also she done told stuff about Mary and stuff like that. And they wouldn't let her really speak. So at this point, they still going at it. At this point, Whitney said, so what you want to do about this girl? So Lisa went, I'm just telling you, You know, you do all this stuff, but I've been a good friend to you and everything. I done had your back and all this stuff. I just don't like to be lied on. I said, girl, you ain't had nobody back. But I said, come to find out, I said it was one more thing. So during the argument, Whitney said, well, Whitney said, I just found something out recently that you didn't say about me this week. But I want to know what's the issue that you said that I brought up doing this podcast that you can tell me. She really couldn't tell her what it was. And so she went, hold on. What you mean? She went, so which one of you, she went, hold on, only two people I talked to, that was Heather and Angie. Heather went, hold on. I ain't told her nothing. I said, you's a shady bitch. She said, I ain't told her nothing. And it wasn't me. I ain't talked to her. So she like, Angie, like Angie up there eating her food, having a good time. Angie look like, huh? Saying, what? She went, yeah. She did you tell her? Did you tell her about our conversation? She went, which part? I said, bitch. I love it. Angie said, which part, girl? Angie said, well, all I was trying to, Angie went, hold up, girl. All I was trying to do was tell her so that she can give you an apology so she know what's going on because you was hurt. She like, so do you want to be in the middle of this? Do you want to be in the middle of this? She like, no. No, I don't. So I did sit there and shut up. I said, this bitch crazy as hell. Lisa's drama. So Lisa did end up doing this whole commotion. She ended up throwing a glass. I said, girl, sit down and shut up. You ain't no genius. So after that, you know, Whitney said, so you know what? Whitney said, since you're not really liking the healed, since you do you really want to know and see the how much I have grown in the healing process of who the Whitney is now? Lisa went, yeah. She says, okay. So she put the middle finger up to her and said, fuck you. Say, you can leave and you can take Angie with you. She went, gladly. I said, bitch, these hoes are crazy. I said, Whitney, girl, I'm loving it, bitch. I'm loving it. You a bad. Told that bitch bye. She got her stuff and left. Oh, shit. Said, Angie, you can go too, Angie. You can go. So, after that, I want to say that's where it all ended. That was the end of episode 1, y'all. I said, these heifers crazy as hell. But the first episode, it was nice. It could have, I said they also did a little, I said it could have been a little bit more better. They did do a little chit chat about, if I'm not mistaken, let me get it in there. They did do a flashback of them talking about Monica and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, Monica was really missing. She's missing from this because I said it's very not. It's like it's okay, but it could have been better. It's like Monica need to come back. They shouldn't have put her on the shelf. I said I don't care about these hoes not wanting to do the show because I said Mary would have did it, and that's who the show was basically made. It was made around Mary, so it's like you could have brought Mary, her back, Monica back, and had a whole new group of people. I said, please, Whitney definitely would have came back because Whitney ain't gonna lose no check. And Angie would have brought herself back too. Angie trying to be a celebrity. Them two other ones would have, if Heather and Lisa wanted to go, they can go. But that's all that happened, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Also, to meet you, it's your boy Paul. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all.